What is going on, gamers? Chiscool here, bringing you a Rise of Civilizations video. We're going to give you some quick guidance and tips on commanders. This is my first Rise of Civilizations video, so if you like it, please do like, subscribe, and comment. Without further ado, let's get rolling on the first tip, and we're going to talk about skills, when you get them, and how to optimize for which skill you level up and when. Skills unlock at level 10, 20, and 30 for the second, third, and fourth skills respectively. So you can see here, my Joan of Arc is 9. She's only got one skill. Cleopatra is 10, and she's unlocked the second skill. My Lohar is level 24 and has the third skill unlocked, and over 30 and up, you unlock that fourth skill. Now you can continue to level up and star up your commander. At 5 stars, you unlock 5 talent points, and at 6 stars, you unlock 10 talent points. So with all that said, when should you unlock new skills? You may notice here that my Cleopatra is only at level 10. I've only unlocked the second skill, and I've started to level it up. Now, the reason that I've done that is that this third skill here, Beauty and Wisdom, increases the load of troops by 10%. And honestly, I can always send out and train up more troops to bring more supplies back. The thing you can't get very easily is to increase the gathering speed, which is what that second skill does. So I'm not going to level up Cleopatra any further. I'm not going to hit that critical threshold of level 20 until I've maxed out this second skill. Next tip for commanders is that at level 20, your commander can bring with them a secondary commander wherever they go. Now, it's important to mention that for your secondary commander, the benefit that they bring is their skills. Their talents don't actually apply to either combat or gathering situations. Their talents do not apply at all. So what that means is that your support heroes, in this case I'm showing you Tamo, who is a phenomenal support hero, they can have talents completely unrelated to what their core purpose is. So her core job is to sort of follow around my nukers, my commanders that do high amounts of damage, to kind of buff them up and to support the amount of damage they deal. But when she's not with them, I have her running out and doing resource gathering. And so I have maxed out the resource talents on her, because that's something that she can then go do and take advantage of when she is off on her own, and frequently I will pair her up with someone like Cleopatra, who I don't yet want to level up beyond level 10, but if I were to pair Cleopatra with Tamo, she would gather stone 15% faster and everything else 10% faster. Pretty good optimization. Next tip I want to offer is that the more rare the commander is, the more experience it takes to level them up. At the high end, a legendary commander costs twice as much experience per level as a green or advanced commander. So if I were to show you here at level 1, you can see this Dragon Lancer is only 60 experience to level up. This epic or purple commander is 100 experience to level up, and double that advanced commander is the legendary commander at 120 experience. Now, at level 1, that's not all that intimidating of a amount of experience gap to make up there, but to get from level 1 to level 20 is a total of about 325,000 experience for an advanced commander, and 651 experience for a legendary commander. And the amount of experience only goes up as you level up higher and higher. So it is much, much harder to level up those legendary commanders. So the guidance here for the free-to-play player is to stick with the purple and blue commanders. Next tip I want to cover is something that someone pointed out to me, and I don't, in fairness, know the details of how this works, but you'll notice that in the skill description for Minamoto, there's a direct damage factor and an additional damage factor. For this hero here, same story. For this hero over here, Joan of Arc, well, that skill doesn't have it. She's got a healing factor. My understanding is that those skills scale up or down based on the number of troops that are in the army. So, good to know that those skills do in fact scale with the size of your army and the number of troops that are in it. Next tip that I want to offer is about skilling up commanders. So I already told you a little bit about how to unlock new skills and when you might want to do that, but once you have unlocked them, it takes sculptures to level them up. So the first skill first skill up for most commanders, in fact all commanders, is just 10 sculptures to obtain. But that actually goes up over time, and it goes up faster for epics or purples than it does for blues, and it does faster for legendaries than it does for other commander types. So you can see here that Tomoe has 10 skill points assigned to her. She's got the 3 base, 1 for each skill, and 10 beyond that. And if I want to scale her up, it's going to be 20 sculptures. If you look at my starting commander here, same story. They've got 10 skill points beyond the 3 base, and it's 30 sculptures. And my Minamoto has 1 fewer skill points applied. I have unlocked, in this case, the 4th skill, but they take 45 sculptures to take to the next skill level. All of that to say that these legendary commanders, while they are incredibly powerful, also take tremendously more resources to level up. And in this case of sculptures, not only is it taking more of them, but that's already a pretty uncommon resource to obtain. More evidence that if you're a free-to-play player, you stick with those purple and blue commanders. And the last piece of guidance that I want to offer is something that I've noticed, which is that pretty much every time I have increased the star level or unlocked a legendary commander, I get a special offer that costs money, but is usually a very, very large amount of goodies for the amount of money that you're spending. So you might want to hang on to those unlocks and star ups when you're feeling like spending a little bit of money to get all those extra materials, assuming you're spending money at all. So I hope that these tips have been helpful. As I mentioned, this is my first Rise of Civilizations video. Hopefully there will be many more to come. Like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you next time.